was a bit of a tumultuous night last night. I stayed here at the viewpoint, but it's not, this little bald spot isn't super flat, and so initially I was cowboy camping up at the base of that tree. There's a flat spot, like enough for a sleeping pad, and then like a few hours later I got really freaked out because the tree kept creaking because it's dead, and I was like, oh, maybe I shouldn't be sleeping under a dead tree, widowmakers and all that. And so I just moved my sleeping pad just to the actual trail, because the actual trail is flat too and wide enough for a body at least. And I was like, oh, it's not, it's kind of a rude move to sleep on the trail, but I was like, well, I'm just cowboy camping, and I'll be up early enough that it doesn't matter anyway. And so I was fine with that decision. And then at 3:30 it starts raining, and so I had to set up my tent on the trail, which I'm not proud of. And it was fine, but there was some waking up and falling back asleep and all that a fair amount last night. It was still a really cool spot. I got to see the stars, and it's just quieter, and it's an amazing viewpoint, especially this morning. But I think it was better than around Coal Mountain. Also, when I was cowboy camping, I was getting really freaked out about ticks, which I don't know, if because I've never heard anyone be like, I'm anti-cowboy camping because of ticks, but also it does seem like something that could very easily happen while you're just sleeping. So I guess I should do a tick check. Okay, well, I do feel like I've gone over to the dark side a little bit by going ultralight. It is so fun how cute and small my pack is. Ready to go. See, it's so... and it's so light. I know that's because I ate 2 of the days of food, but glad in my decision to go over to the dark side, going ultralight. It is such a lovely morning. I don't know, I'm having so much fun. I think yesterday let me adjust my grip on the camera. I think yesterday kind of made me remember the vibe of through hiking and backpacking, where it's you can make a decision and then make a different one. You don't have to stick to things. You can go, oh, I'm gonna stop here and for the night and stay there for 2 or 3 hours, and then you can get up and leave and keep going. And I like that, I don't know, flexibility, spontaneity, not having to make a decision and stick to it. And I'm just so glad that I'm having such a better time than the first day. The first day I was there was a silly little fear of what if I don't like this anymore? What if I'm not cut out for this, and I've bought all this gear and I've done all this planning and created this goal, and what if I just don't want to anymore? That was kind of dumb. That's not the case. That's not gonna be the case. I don't know why I was kind of afraid of that on the first day. I mean, it was just because I was having a crappy day, but today's a good day. Yesterday was a good day. Tomorrow will be a good day, hopefully. I usually don't care if people don't have their dogs on leash as long as their dogs are friendly, but I just passed some day hikers and their dog literally freaking nipped me in the arm, jumped up and tried to bite me, and it was tried to nip me, it didn't break skin, but I'm no, if your dog's gonna do that,
What the hell are you doing having them off leash on a public trail? I didn't approach the dog. I wasn't like in the, anyway. I'm eating my lunch and hanging out for a bit. It's a little past noon and I've done 12 miles, which means I'm 1.7 or 1.5, something like that, from the pre-shelter, which is where I had been thinking about staying. I could also just go back to the car. It'd only be 6.5 miles. It would be 18 total, which is like, but it's like 6 point something back to the car. So I might do that because it's so early. Otherwise I just sit around again. And also it's like, I know the downhill on the Priest will do a number on my knees, especially at the end of an 18-mile day. But I feel like I'm gonna do that probably. Also, it supposedly might rain in a couple hours, but it also supposedly would rain the whole night and all of tomorrow. So my vibe in the rain is always get out of it. Okay, I'm at the top of the Priest, so now we go down, and my knee's probably gonna scream at me, but it's fine. It hurts a bit now, and I'm worried about the downhill, but we'll deal. Okay, I think that means I'm like halfway down the climb. Knees are hanging in there at least. See the cars, which means I've done 18 miles today, which was a lot. I'm tired, but honestly not that bad. Like, my feet don't really hurt all that much, and my knee really did hold in there. Like, a little bit of pain, but really not bad, especially if I kept moving. If I stopped, it would hurt more. That was good. So I'm gonna drive home and hopefully find a Sheetz along the way or something so that I can get, I don't know, a milkshake would be great right now. But thanks for watching.